Tua going to run the sneak. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Goff now looking to throw. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Tim Patrick, 46 yards. And the Lions get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you've got to think. Go for two. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. Goff looking to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they...
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. A give left side. Here's Achane. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Braxton Berrios, 55 yards. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Khalif Raymond. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Lions. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
The extra point up and good, and the lead will shrink to 6. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Tua sets up to pass it. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. From the gun, it's Tua. Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Tua on 4th down. Got a man. It's Barrios, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Goff. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 1st down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
And the Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Now it's Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snap that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And he bats it away and it falls down incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. It got his man complete. And he will have a Dolphins first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Tua to throw again. Steps away to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go. That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Up the middle, Achane. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Here's Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Tua. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions have just about sewn up this football game.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And that won't buy him much much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Goff. That is intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Well, my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Devon Achane. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part one is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready. Yes,
you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exact.
That is intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Now it's Goff. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running left, Achane. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was a
mistake.
Yeah, sure, without a doubt. Because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball in additional time, which always means the possibility of a mistake.
That is intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Lions are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line.
Goff now to throw.
Throw left side, caught by Laporta. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now Goff.
The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And his throw is incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
He'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back to throw.
That is caught by Laporta.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down.
Back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Goff and that Lions offense staying on the field. They'll try for 2.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, and that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
One final try for Tagovailoa. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.